Welcome to the Hair and Scalp Diaries, your ultimate guide to achieving vibrant, healthy hair naturally. With certified trichologist Tara T. Whether you're dealing with hair loss, scalp issues, or simply want to enhance your hair care routine, we're here to help with holistic remedies and expert advice. Join us as we explore the best natural solutions for both women and men, featuring expert interviews, personal stories, and practical tips. Get ready to unlock the secrets to luscious, healthy hair. Your journey to better hair and scalp health begins right here.
Hello, everyone. It is good to see you all today. This is Darryl, Elliott, CEO of Diadem Technologies and founder of FireCART, and we are here for another episode of Hair and Scalp Diaries with Tara T. And also with us is our COO and co-founder of FireCART, Kimberly Elliott. Hello, ladies. How are you doing today?
Hey. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Hey, make sure you all like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels here at FireCART. It is at FireCART Shop. That's on Facebook, YouTube. It's all the same. Instagram, LinkedIn, at FireCART Shop. We are thankful for our growing community of vendors, of customers, and of those who are just looking to learn more and grow more. So we want to thank you all so much. We appreciate your feedback. We've been getting some very good feedback about the show, and we want you to continue to send us a note. Let us know what we can do better. Let us know anything you need to know. No question is a bad question. So thank you all so very much. So Kim and Tara, what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today, Kimberly?
Listen, I have up 10 fingers. You know why? Because we are on episode 10 of the Hair Scalp Diaries. Yes, we are.
That is amazing. Shout out to us.
So quick. It's went by so fast.
I know. I can't believe it.
24th, and we have been consistently doing this every Monday since then, talking about all things related to hair and scalp health. And it has been really a lot of fun, some great information, and I'm so excited about what we're doing here. So we definitely have to celebrate ourselves for sticking with it and being consistent. So I'm so excited about that.
Oh my gosh, our 10th episode anniversary. That is so exciting. Yes. Wow, time really flew.
Consistency. And maybe a motivational moment here. You know, maybe there's something you all out there you're hoping to happen. Just keep on going. Just keep on. What did Dory say in Finding Nemo? Keep on swimming, right?
Yep.
Swimming.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I love that. I don't care what it is you're doing. It's business, a nonprofit, ministry. You know, you have to sow those seeds and you will see the fruit. Just keep going until that thing bears fruit. God looks for consistency.
Yes, he does.
Yes, we're gifted and he gives us talents and all of that, but we activate God's power and anointing when we are consistent. The Bible says faith without works is dead. You have to work your own faith and God will do the rest. Just be consistent and God will show up in the middle of you just continuing to just be relentless in the purpose that God has given you. I am a witness to that. Keep going. I don't care if you're broke, keep going. You know, I don't care what you don't have, keep going. Who walks away, keep going. It doesn't matter how many times you fail, keep going. God shows up in the midst of you showing up.
Faith works patience, and patience works perseverance, right?
Yes.
If you learn that sequence, and that's what I learned because I'm thankful for my music training, and I'm thankful for my military training, because
Yes.
both of those taught me the importance of perseverance and believing in the goal. So
Yes. Yes.
number 10 is in. 10 is in.
10 is in. Oh my gosh. And many, many more to come.
And
I'm
many
excited.
more.
Yes.
Yep.
And thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being a part of the family. We believe in a big, big family here, and we care about you and your situation, and we want you to really benefit. So
We do this for you. We do this for our clients. We do this for our customers. You know, our Facebook friends, our FireCART friends. We are here every Monday just for you guys.
Yes.
Mhm.
This is what we love to do. This is what we love to do. You know, we've lived an amazing life, haven't we? We've lived an amazing life, and we want others to live just as much and even more amazing lives. So
Absolutely.
we want you to experience the best. So thank you all so much. So Kim, what is it that we're talking about? What's on the table today?
Last week we had so much fun talking about the hair oils. We decided that this week we're going to do the hair butter. So butter me up. What you should know about hair butters. And I'm excited about this because I don't know a lot about hair butters.
And see, the next time I go play ball, then I'm gonna bring back that old phrase. Then when I drop my jump shot, butter. All right, so we're gonna shout out the butter today, y'all. We're gonna put.
I have never heard that before in my life.
Oh yeah, it's like butter, girl. Yes. Hair butters. Go ahead.
Hair butters.
Yes.
All right. So today, like all my co-hosts said, we are talking about butters today. I think we have about maybe 5 on the list. We're going to try to get to all 5 of them. I know it's other things that, we talk about and that, we throw in there, but we're going to try to get to as much of this as possible. Today, we're talking about chibi. We're talking about avocado butters. We're talking about shea butter. What's the other one? Mango butter and cocoa butter. Yes, and they are all beneficial. They all have their own properties, but for the most part, they pretty much work the same. As far as strengthening the hair, protecting the hair, they are designed to do that. Because butters are not moisturizers. We talked about that last week, that oils are not moisturizers. Same thing with butters. It's of a thicker consistency, and butters are used on our hair as sealants and to protect and coat our hair. So they do not moisturize. They do nourish. But butters technically does not make your hair grow. Hair growth starts from the inside out. I'm going to keep reiterating that. It is what we put in our bodies, especially water. Water is your first nutrient. Taking your vitamins, taking your minerals. It would be wonderful if we could get those nutrients from food instead of in the pill form. But at this point, I don't care as long as you get those vitamins and minerals. So if you have to do a vitamin supplement, that is okay. I know us because we're going to get a chicken wing here and there. I get it. But try to substitute with a few salads, some greens, some fruits, some vegetables, especially protein. Your hair is made up of the majority of protein. So you definitely want to, eat your eggs, your chicken, your beef, which is loaded with protein. So that's very, very important. So I just want to just reiterate that when it comes to hair products and hair ingredients and things of that nature, they do not grow the hair. They help to moisturize and strengthen and keep your hair from breaking, because there's no sense in your hair growing and breaking all at the same time, especially as we get older. Once we hit that 40 age and we get a little bit older, we have to do everything we can to try to maintain the hair that's on our heads. Am I right, Kimberly? So we do everything we can because it's inevitable. We will deal with some shedding. It's inevitable that we will see some thinning, as we get older. So we just want to be mindful of what we put in our bodies, as well as the products and ingredients that we use to help maintain the hair that we have and help to retain length. As we're going through changes in our bodies, as we're going through, the elements as far as, the weather and just, stress and things of that nature, we have to do everything we can to preserve these strands. Am I right, Kimberly? Everything we can. And speaking of that, Kimberly, I mean, is there anything that you do in addition to your regular routine where you try to preserve the curls and things that you have so that you don't have a lot of breakage, so that you're not seeing a whole lot of thinning? For anybody out there that may be wondering, like, okay, so that sounds good, but what does that mean?
I try to leave my hair alone. I'm what I like to call a lazy natural. So I try to do the least instead of the most.
Teach them, Kimberly.
Alone right now. I'm just letting it get some out time because I feel like I moisturize it a little more when I have it out. I have to deal with it, to style it and things like that. But for me, I try to keep my hands out of it and just let the hair if it's like this, no more than 2 days, 3 days, because it will get dry and break. So you can moisturize it when it's out. But if I have it in a protective style, that's fine. But I try to do less with my hair instead of more. So that's
perfect. And you said something so powerful. For those that may be watching or watching later, the less you do to your hair, the better. The less we manipulate our hair. And when I say manipulate, just combing, brushing, or just styling, detangling, all of those can cause, some breakage, some shedding, because our hands is in our hair. The less you do to it, the more you're going to see length. Put it in a protective style, leave it there for about 2 or 3 days, or put some, do some twists, some single strand twists. Now the twist out, like twist it and leave it alone, and leave it in for about 30 days. You'd be surprised how much hair growth you'll have just by putting your hair in a protective style for at least, a month, even if you have to redo that style. And it gives yourself, not just yourself, but it gives your hair some breathing room. Just give it some time to just breathe, and less is best. You're absolutely right, Kimberly. The less we do to our hair, the more your hair will thank you and the more you'll see your hair thrive.
I have a question for you, Tara. I wanted to ask
absolutely.
For today. Yeah. And maybe you can help me with, what is the difference between a butter and a cream? Or is it the same thing or is it different?
So that's kind of broad. So the difference between a butter and a cream. So when you're saying cream, you mean like a moisturizer? Because you have a lot of creams, like I have creams. It's other companies that have creams that has butter in it. So there is a difference. What were you saying?
Oh, no, I was listening.
Yeah. So there is a difference if you're just using the cream by itself. And then there's a difference if you're just using the butter by itself. Because you can add the butter to the cream or buy a product that has butters in it, which makes a difference. A lot of your deep conditioners have shea butter in it. I pray it's shea butter because y'all know these ingredients. Anyway, it's supposed to.
That's what it says.
Listen, it's supposed to have shea butter in it. And so shea butter is really, really good for deep conditioning the hair. And it actually acts as a heat protectant as well. So since we're getting into butters, we might as well get into it. So shea butter is one of those butters where it actually seals in the natural oils that's in your hair and on your hair. We talked about that sebum last week. Sebum, for those of you who may have missed it, or just wasn't really sure what we were talking about. So sebum is a natural oil that grows on your scalp naturally. It's the way God designed it. We have natural oils that is supposed to protect the scalp and keep your scalp from drying out. It helps to nourish your scalp. It helps to feed your scalp. That sebum has your DNA in it. There's no oil that you can buy that will ever match the natural oils that grows from your scalp that God designed and created for you. So let me make that clear. So we're talking about those oils as well as any other oil that you put on your hair. So shea butter actually helps to seal in those natural oils that we buy and put in our hair, as well as the oil, the natural sebum that grows on our scalp. So shea butter is good for leading your hair to be stronger. It helps to minimize breakage. It's very good for inflammation. Very good for inflammation. And like I said before, it actually works as a heat protectant. But shea. Let me make this clear. I need y'all to get a pen and paper. Write this down. Shea butter, no butter, none whatsoever can grow your hair. Okay, shea butter is good. All of these butters are good for strengthening the hair and treating certain conditions in your hair, keeping it soft, keeping it supple, keeping it moisturized. But butters do not grow your hair. They are sealants. So back to your original question, Kimberly, when it comes to creams, like a deep conditioner, it may have some oils in there. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Of course, it has emulsifiers because that is what you use to bind oil and water, because oil and water doesn't mix. You need some kind of an ingredient that's going to bind it together to turn it into a soft, fluffy product. That's what the end result is. So when you're just using a straight cream with no butter, that's wonderful for your hair too, because that's going to moisturize. You need a cream. Your first ingredient on any jar that you buy should have water as its first ingredient. If you buy a cream and it doesn't have water, run. Okay, our hair is naturally dry. So we have to constantly make sure that our hair is constantly moisturized. So you can wet your hair with just some water and then use your cream conditioner, or you could just go straight to your cream conditioner. But it should moisturize. So again, the difference between a cream and a butter is that a cream should have water in it to moisturize your hair initially. That's the first thing. And then it's going to have some oils in it. It should, as well as some other ingredients. It may have honey in there. It may have green tea in there. So it's all these, goat milk. It's all these different ingredients that you will find in certain creams, okay? As well as shea butter, because like I said, shea butter is really, really good for softening the hair, making it pliable. But if you want to separate the two, so if you have a cream here and you put that on your hair first, you do the cream. If you wanted to use those two products separately but together, use the cream and then go behind the cream with the butter, because what the butter is going to do then is seal and lock all that in. Okay, butters are sealants. It's sealants. And like I said, you can use the shea butter. You can buy a product that has shea butter in it, or you could just buy a straight cream and then use the butter afterwards. Okay, it has UV protection. Like, there's so many different benefits to butters.
Does the butter come before or after our oil?
So it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's a matter of preference, because, and I don't want to say a definite, because it all depends on your hair texture, your hair texture, your hair type. For some people, like for me, I have to use shea butter after the oils. For some people, they use it before. I don't know, but I know you've heard of it, Kimberly, the lock method, which is your liquid oil cream. And some people do it in a whole different order. They do cream, they may do water, cream, and then oil. So you have to really monitor your hair to see what your hair likes. Okay, because everybody's texture is different. One size don't fit all. Like for me, I have very, very low density hair, and let me explain what that is for some people who may have missed it. So density is based on the size of your hair strand, and people always say, "Oh my gosh, girl, your hair is so thick." No, it's not. Trust me, my hair is very, very thin, but my hair gives the illusion that it's thick because I have a lot of dense strands, if that makes sense. So your density matters, your texture matters. So depending on your hair type and texture, kind of like monitor what your hair likes and what it doesn't. And you'll know, because it'll be over moisturized, it's not moisturized enough, it's not retaining moisture, your hair is still breaking. So kind of like, try both. See if you can, do one and the other, or do it, in combination. But me personally, I will oil my hair, and then I will go behind it with a butter. Now, because my hair is thin, and like I said, I'm getting older, so I'm trying to keep the little bit that I do have. I tend to not use butters in the summertime. I use lighter oils. I still do like olive oil mixed with some grapeseed oil, something like that on my hair. I have a whole different oil that I use on my scalp. Scalp oils do help your hair to grow. It actually helps to feed follicles. It actually helps to do that. But me personally, I only use butters in the wintertime because butters can tend to be heavy. They are heavier than oils. When it comes to oils like your coconut oils, your olive oil, they will penetrate the hair strand. So they're going to go in and nourish and help to repair the hair. So I tend to use that by itself. So that way it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And I'll go behind it with a butter. But I only do that in the wintertime. I don't use butters in the summer. Also, too, when you buy products, kind of like be mindful of how heavy that product is, because it's really no such thing as summer products, winter products. It's all in the ingredients. So if you find a product that's kind of light that your hair likes, then that can tend to be your summer product. And then in the wintertime, and we're gonna do a segment, guys, on what products, ingredients we should be using going into the fall and winter, because they should be different. So for me, I use the heavier creams, the heavier butters in the wintertime to really seal and lock in much, much more moisture, because, the effects of winter can just sap your hair. It tends to be a drier. You have the wind, you have the rain, you have the snow. You just have the elements that can wreak havoc on your hair strands. I tend to try to keep my hair in the protective style as much as possible in the wintertime. Keep your hair covered, because the air is so cold and so brisk, it will dry your hair out. So I load my hair with butter in the winter, not necessarily in the summertime. So yeah, it makes a difference, your heavier products and your lighter products for different seasons.
So
Yeah.
let's take a break here. That's really good.
Okay.
Really good. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back on the other side. Kim, what do you want to touch on when we get back to the other side?
We're just going to go down our list of hair
We're gonna
butters.
go down
So
our
we
list.
started with shea butter, and we're going to do 4 more.
Yes, we're gonna do 4 more.
All right.
See you soon, guys.
We'll be right back.
In a world where convenience meets diversity, there's one marketplace that stands out from the rest. Welcome to FireCART, your ultimate destination for all things shopping. At FireCART, we believe in bringing you not just the everyday essentials, but also a curated selection of cultural and handmade products that celebrate diversity and craftsmanship from around the globe. Whether you're looking for the latest gadgets, trendy fashion pieces, or one-of-a-kind artisanal creations, FireCART has you covered. Our diverse range of products caters to every taste and preference. But that's not all. Introducing our exciting affiliate program, Firestarters, where you have the opportunity to earn money by being a FireCART seller or by referring customers through your affiliate link with generous commissions. Imagine making passive income simply by sharing products you love with your friends and followers. With FireCART, it's not just about shopping, it's about building your own success story. And here's the kicker. During our exclusive launch period, you can take advantage of discounted pricing and special perks available only to our founding members. So why wait? Join the FireCART revolution today and experience shopping like never before. FireCART, where every purchase ignites a world of opportunity. For more information, visit firecart.shop. Your journey to endless possibilities starts now.
So we look forward to you all joining into the FireCART growth and the FireCART movement. What we're doing with FireCART is really wonderful, because what we're seeing different unique type of products that are emerging in the market, and you may not be seen very well or very easily on other platforms. So we are trying to create a platform that evens the playing field. Is that a good way of putting it? We want to make sure that you are seen. You also have your own real estate, and you also have your own, which we like to call your store. I'm a tech guy, so we call it real estate. So you'll have your own store, and you can be able to sell out of your store. You can have affiliates into your store. The best thing about this time period is that we're not really releasing FireCART to the general public. So this is a good time, which we call our founders period. So if you're watching the show, count yourself as an exclusive an exclusive patron or an exclusive vendor where you can have some specials to your program and things like that. And we want you to get in and just try out the platform. We're really, really grateful for the start. And the other thing about FireCART is we are also launching FireCART Global. That's where we have products from our partners around the world. We literally have access to millions of products now that we will be able to bring to the market. That's been the good thing about our company, is that because we have a long history with all types of manufacturers and makers around the world, we could just ask and we shall receive. So we're really good. We are really grateful to having the opportunity that we can bring to you all the products from around the world that you can access, which may not be available from our vendors. But let me be clear. Our vendors come first. So if there's a product that you make, just know this: we always recede backwards so that you can go forwards. We're not going to compete with our vendors and try and suppress your sales with our own sales. We want to promote you. So we want to make sure you understand that and be clear. So join in on the FireCART revolution now. Well, ladies, thank you much. I want you to go ahead and continue in the conversation. Kim, you said you wanted to go down the list, so we can go.
All right, Tara. We got 4 more to go. So
we got 4 more to go, and I know, and we don't have a whole lot of time, so let's just get into it. So let's talk about this chibi powder. My God, where do I start? Okay, so chibi, so it's actually okay. So let's talk about that. Okay, let's start here. So this is an ingredient. It's actually a combination of ingredients. First of all, chibi powder or chibi seeds is actually used in the Basari tribe of Chad. Let's start right there. That is a tribe that is located in Africa. Okay, let's start there. They're located in Africa. And let me just say this. We're going to get the comments. I'm telling you, we're going to get the comments, Kimberly. When it comes to different cultures, when it comes to, the tribes of Africa and cultures in China and cultures in all these other countries, understand that the way their lifestyle is totally different than here in the United States. Okay. So when you look at the Basari tribe of Chad, those particular women, and I believe men too, but mainly the women, grow their hair long anyway. It's not the mere fact that they have this magical product or this magical ingredient. Their hair tends to grow that long from childbirth. Now, does chibi powder help? Absolutely, it does. But think about it. When it comes to that particular tribe, diet can play a role. Climate can play a role. It's Africa. We're here in the United States. Genes can play a role. More so than the external factors that we think. And when I say external factors, meaning because we're using a product or we're eating certain foods and things of that nature, yes, it helps. But we don't know all of what their dietary standards are. And it's just a whole different culture. And like I said, their hair grows long anyway. More so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me fill in the folks who don't know about Chaby and the popular marketing of Chaby powder. There's a tribe in Africa, in Chad, and they are known for incredibly long hair. So a lot of people on the internet were selling us Chaby powder in the hope that our hair would be able to grow long like theirs. So I'm just filling in the backstory for people because some people may not have heard.
Yes, it has really taken social media by storm. It's all on TikTok. You can go on there. It's all on TikTok. It's all on Instagram. It's all on Facebook. And my only job is just to come here and kind of like dispel the myths and just help people to understand what this product actually is. Okay, so like I said, this powder has been used in Africa for centuries. to promote healthy hair, not scalp. Let me make that clear. Healthy hair. So the powder is a blend of Shibi cheeds, indigenous plants, and minerals. So it's not just one ingredient; it's a combination of ingredients that's found, in their country. And this tribe, like I said, they're known to grow their hair as long as 30 inches. Period. Okay. And I mean, with or without Chibi, I mean, it's just going to happen. So the question is, well, how do they grow their hair? How do they, retain length? Because that's the secret. It's not so much that their hair grows. How do they retain that length and get it to a point where it just keeps growing and not breaking? Well, that's where your Chibi comes in at. So Chibi powder is actually a sealant. It's a and all these other ingredients that you turn into a paste. Okay. And it is designed to, once you do like a protective style, like let's say you're doing twists, they're known for doing plaits, braids and things of that nature. You will use this paste on your hair, not scalp, on your hair to help seal, moisturize, and lubricate the hair. So it acts as a barrier. It helps your style, your protective style, to last longer. Okay. It's protecting your hair from the elements, as far as Africa, the sun, the heat, the dryness. Here it will be those things, not to the magnitude of their sun, but even our winter. So it acts as a lubricant just to protect and coat the hair. So it's not necessarily growing the hair, it's literally protecting it. It's creating a barrier from the elements.
Butter, is it mixed with like some type of butter or something?
No, so it's actually made into a paste.
Oh,
when you're taking the Chibi powder and you're mixing it into this thick paste, and you put it on your hair and you leave it there. Now the reason why we call it Chibi butter is because people will take this powder and put it into their butter or put it into their cream. They will create a product out of it. And that's fine too. But I just want people to know, and then what happens is that cream or that butter can then be turned into a product that actually seals, moisturizes, and lubricates more than it would had you not added the cheap butter. Okay. So it then turns into an extra layer of protection and works as a sealant. Okay. So here's the problem. Chibi butter, because of the thickness and because it is a sealant, the problem is that you don't want this Chibi butter on your scalp. And that's the part of social media that they are not telling you. They show you all these wonderful results of the women with the hair down their butt, but they're not telling you the damage. And you can find it. It's on social media. You got to dig for it. They're not telling you the damage that it does to the scalp. Okay. So you don't want to put this product on your scalp. One, it can lead to blisters. Okay. It can lead to sores, inflammation of the scalp. It can lead to bumps on the scalp, severe dryness, severe itchiness, and can actually cause your hair to fall out if you put it on your scalp, because what happens is it will cause damage to your hair follicles. Okay. Because of the blockage, your scalp needs to breathe. Okay. It is a living organ. Okay. Skin is the largest organ of the body. Your scalp is skin. Your skin needs oxygen. So if you're putting that Chibi powder on your scalp, because I know people who are doing it, they're taking it and they're using that like hair grease, Kimberly, and they're putting it on their scalp. That is a no-no, because now you're blocking all oxygen. You're blocking everything. And that can actually cause your hair to fall out. Okay. So again, Chibi powder, you can mix by itself with just water, make it as thick or as thin as you want to, and use that to braid your hair, put it in a protective style, whatever you want to do. And it just locks and seals that in to help to retain length. Okay. It helps you retain length. And so then I get asked the question before, well, how do you wash that out? Because it can be kind of thick, a little sticky. So you can use equal parts of water and oil and put that all over your hair and just let it set for about an hour with a plastic cap, or you can go underneath a heat to help loosen it up. So you can get underneath of a hooded dryer for about an hour and then rinse very, very well, and use a clarifying shampoo to remove, all of that paste from your hair. And then once you do that, because, with a clarifying shampoo, you have now stripped your hair of not just the paste, you have now stripped your hair of all its natural oils, all the oils you bought to put on your hair, all the dirt, debris buildup. You have literally stripped your hair from everything. So it is essential that you deep condition after using any kind of clarifying shampoo, after using any kind of chibi anything. You want to make sure that you restore moisture. Okay, you want to make sure that you do that. So yeah, that's about it for chibi powder. If you guys have any questions about that, if you used it and it may have caused some damage, or you had some irritation, or you're just not sure, leave comments. If you're coming back later to watch this, leave some comments. We'll be more than glad to help answer any questions. Okay, let's go down the list really, really quickly. We talked about shea butter. Shea butter, again, helps treat inflammation. Is actually a heat protectant. It does not grow your hair, but it helps to strengthen your hair. It helps to keep your hair from breaking. So let's talk about mango butter. Mango butter, its main property is to seal in moisture. It seals in moisture. It helps to protect against breakage, which most butters do. But the wonderful thing about mango butter, which I use in the wintertime, is that it helps you control frizz. And it has to boost volume. A lot of people don't know that, but mango butter is excellent with promoting volume, especially if you are experiencing some thinning. Your hair is just limp and lifeless. Get you some mango butter. It would help. And let me just be clear. When it comes to these natural products, when we talk about natural oils and natural butters, I don't want you to think you use it one time and all of a sudden you're going to have this Rapunzel hair. No. It's with consistent use, guys. Okay. Over time, you will see this. Okay. With continued use, because it's a natural product. Anytime you're using a natural product, you have to give it time to work. When we use these chemical products and this seems to work immediately, it's because it has chemicals in there that mimics like it's doing that, like it's doing so, and it really isn't. So it's like you're getting these immediate false results when you're using a chemical product. But when you're using anything natural, I say give anything you use that's natural at least 6 weeks. Okay, at least 6 weeks. Okay, let's keep going. Avocado butter.
What's the mango butter made out of? Is it 100% mango butter, or is it mangoes mixed with something else?
It's primarily mango butters, but depending on where you get it from, they may add different ingredients. Just like all shea butter is not equal shea butter. Okay. Same thing with butters. All depends on what country, because like shea butter, we can get shea butter in Africa, we can get it here in the United States, you can get it on Amazon. It all depends on where it comes from. Yes. Okay. So avocado butter, which is.
Let me fit in a quick. Before you go to avocado butter, we got to fit in a quick break here, and then hold that thought, and we'll come back to the other side. Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Hey guys, it's Tara Gregory, trichologist, manufacturer, and hair loss survivor. Welcome to my clinical treatment center in Towson, Maryland, where we holistically focus on the hair and scalp issues from the root cause, along with our #1 selling clinical collection, a 4-step system that includes our top selling hair and scalp paste, formulated for alopecia, breakage, thinning, and shedding. So schedule your virtual appointment or same-day consultation and scalp exam for only $99. Click the booking link on the website. And I'm so glad to finally meet you, because today, hair loss stops here.
Make sure you visit Tara on FireCART. Make sure you make an appointment. Make sure you get into the game with what she's doing, because she's just really on top of her game. She's really on top of all of the things. As you can hear, she knows exactly what you guys need. So make sure you visit her site here on FireCART, and also you can book an appointment with her as well, so that you can get all of your hair needs and hair products that you would need to be able to excel in your hair growth journey. And to one point, the avocado butter, if we have a manufacturer out there that makes avocado butter, we're not going to send them over to the A place. We're going to send them over here to FireCART. So
that's right.
if you make avocado butter, we want to hear from you.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk about that. So avocado butter, I absolutely love. I tend to use this butter more so in the winter. Um, even Shea is one is your thicker, it's your thicker butter. But I love avocado butter because it is loaded with vitamin E and fatty acids. It's really, really good. It helps to reduce scalp damage. Avocado butter is really a healing butter. So it's good for treating dryness, flakes, itchiness, any kind of, especially itchiness. So if you're dealing with any kind of like scalp issues, avocado is wonderful for treating that. It actually helps to prevent and stop hair loss, breakage, hair thinning, and is good for promoting thickness. Avocado butter is good for promoting thickness. When it comes to mango butter, it helps to boost volume, but avocado butter is good for promoting thicker hair strands. Another wonderful ingredient, I know I'm getting off a topic, is henna. Henna is known for promoting thickness of the hair immediately. You can use henna one time and all those wonderful benefits that we talked about, you will see that with its first use. Okay. But when it comes to butters, you have to just give that a little bit more time. Just keep using it and you will eventually see the results. So the last and final butter, guys, is my all-time favorite. Mom and them been using this for a long, long time. Cocoa butter has been a staple in our culture. I'm not sure, Kimberly, did your mom use cocoa butter on your hair? Because I know it was wonderful for skin. I did not grow up with cocoa butter on my hair, but I grew up with my mother and my aunts using cocoa butter, on skin. Yes, it's proven to treat blemishes and scars. It's UV protection. I'm good for sunburns. If you burn yourself, grease pop on your hands, get you some cocoa butter and it will start to relieve that. So it's excellent for skin. And where else is skin? Scalp. So the same benefits that you get from cocoa butter on the skin, like your hands and your face, are the same benefits that you will get from cocoa butter on your scalp. So it's good for hydration. It helps to repair damage. It helps to reduce breakage. And it actually penetrates the hair structure to actually help, again, to repair hair and seal in the cuticles. It actually it actually prevents premature graying. So if you are graying, oh Lord, too fast, you just see some of those little, white pesky, get you some cocoa butter. Again, henna is good for, it's a natural colorant for those of you who are looking for a natural hair. Henna is good for that, but cocoa butter actually helps to slow down the progression of gray hairs. Is really, really good for that. And it's also loaded with antioxidants. So I actually love cocoa butter. So just one side note, because I know we got to go. So when it comes to natural ingredients, this is what I've learned as a manufacturer. I tell y'all all my secrets. If you want to use a natural product, try not to combine so many at one time. One, you're not going to show what's working and what's not. And you have to give it time for each one of those products, each one of those ingredients to do what it's designed to do. I tend to not use no more than 3 to 4. Okay. So can you mix these butters? Absolutely. You can mix these butters. If you choose to mix, now we're eliminating chibi right now. I'm talking about your mango, your shea, your cocoa, your avocado. You can mix these 4 butters and get all these benefits in just one product. But I would not advise you to now go and get, okay, now I'm going to add honey and stick to the butters and let the butters, especially if you're dealing with hair loss, you're dealing with scalp conditions, you're dealing with some major things, the butter by itself is enough. And sometimes we tend to use too much. Like I know people who use goat milk. Goat milk is wonderful, but goat milk will actually help to reduce the effects of other natural ingredients. So if you're not sure about how ingredients work, how strong something is and how volatile something is, you can actually defeat the purpose, because you can be creating a great product or using a great product, and then you add something and it diminishes the
Okay.
benefits of what you're trying to achieve. So especially when it comes to butters, I don't like adding all these other ingredients to butters. The butters by themselves, one, it's heavy. Okay, it's heavy. You don't need anything else. I know some people add oils. You can. I would not put a lot of oils in it. Maybe, and you really don't. I mean, I would do like olive, coconut oil, and that's about it. Or one or the other, or just the butters by themselves. So just that word of caution: if you're using a natural ingredient, try not to overload it with all this other stuff. If your hair is dry and you need moisture and all that stuff, and you want to use your honey, create something different. You can just do honey and olive oil by itself and get the benefits of moisturized, strengthened hair, that's going to help retain moisture. Then use those separate ingredients for that, if that makes sense. And then use your butters to be a benefit for something else. You need you need to clarify your scalp. Okay, that's what apple cider vinegar is for. You don't need to put a whole bunch of ingredients in that. Use it for that purpose, is what I'm saying. Because I know people, Kimberly, who will create a butter. They done threw in honey and apple cider vinegar, and then went and got some goat milk powder. And it's too much. We're doing too much, and you diminish the effects of the butter. Okay, it's heavy by itself. It's all you need.
One of the things that I found over time that really helped my hair, and it's going to sound so simple, and that is to keep it clean. So I use less products because the product buildup I felt was keeping my hair from allowing the moisture in from the water and stuff. So I just try to cleanse my hair more often than not. And I found that clean hair looks the best.
It
Would
does.
you agree? It's the most shiny, it's the most bouncy,
Yes.
it's the most full of life. So I don't know.
Yes.
Clean hair
Yes.
looks
And healthy scalp leads to healthy hair, and yes, we want healthy hair, but make sure that scalp is clean. You need a clean scalp so that your follicles can grow in a healthy environment. You have to always make sure that your scalp is clean, it's lubricated, so that those follicles can get stimulated and promote healthy hair growth. And yes, having healthy hair and clean hair, that you always want to start with a clean slate. And I'm not, and because of our culture and our hair type and texture, you don't want to over shampoo, because I don't want people to think that, because of what Kimberly said, I have to now shampoo my hair every day. No, you can still do every week, every 2 weeks. Me personally, because I keep my hair in a protective style and I'm doing everybody else's hair. And that's another thing. Monitor, that is very important. Learn your hair, queens. Learn your hair. I can shampoo my hair every 3 weeks and I'm good. Every 3 weeks. And my hair grows and it thrives. For Kimberly, she may have to do every week. For Pastor Darryl, who don't have none, he can do it every day and be good. But monitor your hair, because your hair will let you know what it needs and what it doesn't. Some people can go a whole 4 weeks, a whole month and not shampoo their hair. Like when my hair is in single strand twist, I literally leave it in for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
and I just clean my scalp. That's it.
But if my hair is out, like not in a protective style, I might want to clean it every 2 weeks, because if you're wearing a twist out, it's attracting stuff to the hair. So
yes, and you're using product. Yes, and then you're dealing with that buildup. It's hot out here. We're still kind of like in summer, so we're sweating. Your scalp is sweating. We're going to the swimming pool. I went to the beach last weekend? Yeah, I think it was last weekend. So I'm in all this salt water, and then I was in the pool with the chlorine. And yep, I'm gonna be honest, I had to wash my hair 3 times. And I'm saying to myself, we don't do this, but I had to get all that chlorine, because that's chemicals. I had to get that out of my hair. But y'all know I bought my stash and I got her together. I sure did. But it's summertime. You're sweating. We're using more products. So just monitor your hair. Your hair will let you know when it needs to be washed, because you'll feel the stickiness, you'll feel the film, and your styles won't. Like Kimberly said, she can tell when she washes her hair, and when she does her hair, it's just more vibrant and more alive. Like I know the difference between when I do a fresh twist out on freshly washed hair versus a twist out 2 weeks later. There's a difference. Even my pops, my ponytails, there is a difference. when you're just styling constantly on just dirty hair, or if your hair is just filled with product. So you're right, Kimberly, moisturizing, shampooing, and making sure we moisturize. If we could just start there and just put it in a protective style, that's the easiest. Keep it shampooed, moisturize. After you moisturize your hair, like deep condition, get you some oils and butters or cream, whatever you want to do. A cream, make sure you lock it with an oil or butter. And let me just explain this. I know we got to go because people say, well, do I have to use a cream? Da, da, da. No, if your hair is already wet, it's moisturized. That's what a moisturizer is. A moisturizer is nothing but moisture. Where does moisture come from? Water. So you can actually just saturate your hair with water. I've done it. Saturate your hair with just water and then go behind it with the oil and butter. Your hair is then moisturized, because now what the oil and butter does is lock in that water that's already on your hair. So, and a cream just helps to give you slip, it helps to, moisturize and hydrate and all that. But if you don't have a cream product, or if you're not fond of it, just make sure you wet your hair and immediately go behind it with oil and butter. Yeah. I'm going to repeat that. Shampoo. And then you want to, moisturize with a cream or just plain water, and then lock it, seal it with an oil or a butter. If you don't seal your hair, all that water and cream is going to evaporate. And people say to me all the time, I don't know why I can't retain length. So are you sealing your hair? No, I just use a cream. You got to lock it in. The same way you take a shower and then put lotion on and your skin is soft all day, because you sealed it. You sealed your moisturized wet body with lotion. Same thing with your hair strands. If you don't seal your hair with an oil or butter, it's going to evaporate. It's going to happen. Yeah. That's some good stuff. I get that question all the time. I can't retain moisture. And when I ask people, well, tell me what your regimen is. And a lot of people are not using oils. They go straight to a conditioner. They're not deep conditioning.
Don't skip the deep conditioner.
Listen,
I said,
tell them, Kimberly.
We don't. I don't care. Yes, it adds an extra hour. It does. But that hour keeps you from having to put a whole bunch of stuff on your hair.
Yes, it makes it pliable, and it helps to, and we call it deep conditioning because of what it's doing is conditioning your hair strands, so that when you put a moisturizer on it, not only is it going to hold that moisture, it's actually going to retain it and keep your hair from drying out and give you luscious hair, moisturized hair hydrated, pliable, and it cuts down on the snapping. You know how you comb your hair and you can hear it snap back? It makes it pliable and soft. You always want your curls to be pliable and soft. You never want to comb your hair if it's dry, if it's brittle. Moisturize first. I don't touch my hair until I moisturize.
Listen to your hair. If you hear,
it tell you. It talk to you. Listen, I know mine do, and I can just touch my hair and be like, "Oh Lord, where's the spray bottle?"
My daughter said, "Mom, why do you always dig your hands in my hair?" I'm like, "I gotta see."
It will let you know. So do not skip on the deep conditioning. At least every 2 weeks, at least. Yes. And if you don't have time to sit underneath of a hooded dryer, if you don't have one. And I still do this. I will put, and if you're going to sleep in it overnight, like I'm telling you, you don't need a whole lot of conditioner. Put you some conditioner on your hair, get you a plastic cap, put your bonnet on and your scarf and go to bed. Do overnight conditioning. And that is creating what we call a greenhouse effect. Okay, so because the heat from your scalp is going to heat up your hair and the bag. When you take that plastic bag off, you're going to see little water droplets. Don't be alarmed because your hair will dry. It's not going to be like it's soaking wet and you're soaking up the pillow. It's not like that. But it's going to create a greenhouse effect where your scalp is going to heat up and open up the hair shaft and open up your cuticles to allow that product to penetrate and nourish your hair. You want that. So instead of you just using a hooded dryer, if you don't have one, which will speed up the process because it's hot air.
20 minutes hooded dryer overnight.
Or do overnight. And when you take that plastic cap off, immediately grab an oil, grab a butter, and lock that in, and you're good. You're good. But we have to do it. Our hair is too dry. Our hair is naturally dry. And do I have to do it over and over again? Yes, because your hair is naturally dry. You have to do it over and over again. Yes, you do. For real.
So this is really good. This is really good. I let us go a little extra here because the conversation was really heating up, and I'm listening and hearing a lot of things that it brought me back to remembering things in my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So the things that you're mentioning, we talked about cocoa butter, olive oil. We talked about, and last week we talked about coconut oil. All those
Mm-hmm.
things were being used in my house growing up. So sometimes we have to go back to basics in a sense as well.
I say it all the time. Mm-hmm. Go back to what works. It worked then, it works now.
Yeah.
Old school. It still works.
Yep. So we can apply old wisdom to current knowledge and technology, and I think that's where we can have a winning formula. So thank you.
I think we're going to work on having all this stuff on our FireCART store. So everything we're talking about, I'm writing down, because we're going to have all of this easily accessible from the place to your home.
That would be an excellent idea. That's something I was
Absolutely.
thinking. Actually, before we had our show last week, I was thinking about all of the different types of products, hair products that really need to find its way into our ecosystem, because I think that it would be a tremendous service to all of our family out there. So I think that's definitely something we're going to get on the case with Tara's help also. So we
Absolutely.
we know what to put up there, and
Absolutely.
we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to send us out on this. I really thank you again, as usual. And everyone, I thank you for watching. Make sure you tell somebody all about what's happening here on Hair and Scalp Diaries and on FireCART TV. Like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels at FireCART Shop. We want you to definitely be a part of all that we're doing, because we really appreciate your support. Without you, this isn't possible. So we need you, and we need you to go ahead and be a continual participant in what we're doing. I want to thank Tara. I want to thank Kim for all of your contributions and everything that you're doing. You're making this an excellent time. And we now have in the books number 10, our 10th episode. This concludes our 10th episode. Thank you guys so much. I think that we're definitely on a good track. So everybody, thank you so much. And make sure you tune in to Hair and Scalp Diaries next week. Tell somebody that we're here for you. And we look forward to seeing you then. God bless.
Bye, guys.